following program is intended for mature audiences.
A democratic republic of sports. The Sportsocracy with ESPN Asheville hosts Tank Spencer and Jeremy Greene.
Welcome into the Wicked Weed Studio. I'm Tank Spencer. He's Jeremy Greene. We are in the Wicked Weed Studio, wickedweedbrewing.com. Wicked Weed Brewing. Drink different. The Indianapolis Colts off to an 0-2 start, losing to the Seattle Seahawks in the first week, then the LA Rams, and it's not like things really lighten up from here, Jeremy, as they have to take on the Tennessee Titans on the road this week.
Yeah, this is a team that I think is better than the record shows that it is, but I think that's going to be the narrative with them all year long. The Wentz thing, he stays hurt. I mean, my God, his bones must be made of balsa wood. For fuck's sake, he cannot stay healthy.
Right.
But there's so much that I like about this team. I mean, just looking at it, I love Jonathan Taylor. I'm not crazy about the weapons, but I've always liked Michael Pittman. The line is good. There's so many things that could get them out of this funk. And then I look at the schedule and just go, good God, you don't get a break outside of the Houston Texans, New York Jets, and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Right. They're going to have the Dolphins coming up on the road after the Titans. So that's, I mean, yeah, that's better than better than the teams that you've been playing.
Well, I mean, and you got 4 of your next 5 on the road, which is just brutal.
Yeah.
Everything about it's brutal, and I like this team so much. It's just you're in such a bad way. This past week with the Rams, you had a shot to win this game. It went very much like I thought it would. I had Indianapolis to cover this. Well, I shouldn't say that. I kept saying I wanted to take Indianapolis to cover this, but I was too big of a little bitch to do it. And then I got really angry as I watched it, going, yeah, that's pretty much how I thought that was going to go.
Right. But, I mean, we got to see Michael Pittman have a big game.
Michael
over
Pittman's
100 yards.
very, very good. Michael Pittman and Chase Claypool are my two favorite receivers that nobody seemed to talk about out of the draft class last year. And Michael Pittman's showing why. Yeah. You know, he's a very talented kid. There's not a lot in that receiving core. I mean, you look at guys that caught passes like, Michael, I don't even know how to say his fucking name. Michael Strachan. Strachan. Fuck, I don't know. Ashton Doolin,
I thought it was silent. I thought it was like Strachan.
It might be. Fuck, I don't know.
Yeah.
I remember him coming into the draft.
Right.
What did he play at? Hold on. College of Charleston? It was some small-ass school.
Yeah, Charleston, West Virginia.
Oh, yeah, that's...
West Virginia.
You'd think I'd remember that if anybody would, but...
Right, Mr. West Virginia over here.
Well, there you go.
Right. They're just a snake-bitten team. With Carson Wentz continually getting hurt, I'm still not real sure how you'd sprain both ankles.
At the same time.
Yeah.
And you're not 90.
This is true. Paris Campbell is just...
Lives hurt.
Off and on, he's hurt all the damn time.
They need the Phoenix Suns medical staff. That would be the greatest addition that the Indianapolis Colts could possibly have.
Right.
Add yourself a really good medical team.
Right. So far this year, I think the two bright spots for this team have been Zach Pascal scoring 3 touchdowns in 2 weeks.
Which is what he does.
And
he shows up when called upon.
Yeah, and Michael Pittman having the big game this past week. You're finally seeing him hopefully starting to build some kind of a routine of having good game after good game after good game. This week against the Tennessee Titans, I don't like it for you. I don't know that you're going to be able to stop Derrick Henry. First week of the season, Chris Carson ran for 91 yards against his team. And we think Derrick Henry's much better than Chris Carson. Yes, we do. So, I mean, I could see where, Derrick Henry's not going to run for damn near 200 yards like he did last week. But he could have a major, major game against the Colts, and it's going to be one of those. Do you expect this to be as close as the first 2 games have been?
Good. Let the hate flow through you.
I like Indianapolis to cover.
You like them to cover the 5.5?
I do.
Okay.
I do. My market would have had this at just over a field goal. Is at 3.5. It's sitting at 5.5. As of right now, 57% of the cash and 79% of the tickets are on the Titans. 43% of the cash and 21% of the tickets are on the Colts. What does that tell you? The sharps are betting the Colts. I always say, who needs this game more? I could argue they both need it very desperately because this is a game at home for the Titans, but this is to keep you from going 0-3 for the Colts. I don't think the Colts are going to win this game, but I think this will be a slugfest. And I love Jonathan Taylor this week.
I think there's going to be some extra hype for Tennessee this week after they got, embarrassed on their home field to open up the season. So that's not on the Indianapolis Colts side. But I can see this happening each and every week. The Indianapolis Colts, regardless of whether they get the win or not, they're going to be in every game. Their defense is that damn good.
The thing that I would be remiss if I didn't point out, the Vegas Power Rankings have Indianapolis at 19. There are not a lot. Vegas has Indy at 19 and Tennessee at 17. So basically what you're getting is the swing at quarterback and the swing for the home road split. For me, that tells me this will be a close game. If you get lucky, you can win it. I just don't necessarily see it. I see, for some reason, I have this in my head as 27-24, and there's a game-winning field goal as time expires.
Okay.
Maybe it's because that's been vaguely exactly what I just saw a week ago.
Right.
But that's just what's in my head, and I think I can't emphasize this enough. I think Indianapolis is better than the record's ever going to show that they are. Unfortunately, you got fucked by the schedule, and you got fucked by the fact that Carson Wentz can't stay healthy.
But hope for some kind of a resurgence. Hope for a lot of wins to start stacking up.
I'm rooting for you because I'm completely vested in the Carson Wentz train. He and Ryan Fitzpatrick are, if they had a love child, it would be me. So I'm all aboard the Carson Wentz train. Just, God, can you stay healthy for more than 15 minutes?
0-2 after the first 2 weeks of the season. Tennessee Titans coming up next for the Indianapolis Colts. I'm Tank Spencer. He's Jeremy Greene. And we'll see you next time.